Yo, congratulations on making it through another week. We put off playing Peglin last week because I felt like playing a rat game. But I can't be kept away from the roguelikes forever. That's just the way it be ever since I was first introduced to Splunky. So I'm going to play more orb shooting game. My humble Peglin that takes 500 years to boot. Even though I said this wasn't going to be a game that I exclusively play on stream, it sort of ended up becoming that. I don't really know why. My bad. So what did we accomplish last time? Pretty sure we accomplished more Crucible, and we also unlocked this guy who theoretically exists. Yeah, everyone's on 3 except for this guy who took 5 million years to unlock. I don't know, let's try him out. What do we got? Well, I'm a greedy little greed boy, so I think I kind of sort of want this. So what are we doing? We're just farming money and harassing the local wildlife, as usual. I do tend to do this in many games. Surely we find the crit peg. Well, I mean, legally speaking, we did find it. Awesome drain. Yeah, I'm afraid I was never going to hit an R peg. Tossing that so I can get to my sphere faster. For some reason, the ping never went through. Damn it, Discord. Anyway, hi, Jimbo. Somehow managed to find the crit peg and all that. Flash shield every 5 pegs hit, deal +7 for each shield on the board. I don't know about that one. I think I'm just going to be lazy and pick the option that is generally good. I wasn't paying too much attention to the map. Where are we going? Head right, gets us to the chest into the elite, and then we can still go left in the second elite. Or right into a second elite. Local man takes reduce refuser cycle, can't use it because it's Act 1. And he actually wants to navigate places instead of not doing that. We hold on to our sphere until we get every single friend on the board. Fortunately, my R-pegs both decided to be at the bottom with my very motley minefield. Also, the other blue slime was taking a sweet time, my bad. Can we find this bomb? Yes. Sorta don't feel like wasting the actual shot on a 2 health slime. Exact change. Base damage increases the more damage you've taken. Damage multiplier increases at higher ord levels. Increases by how much? And this menu doesn't wrap around horizontally. Can we actually, like, get into a little bomb deposit for once in our life? Somewhat. Okay, but can we do it again? Yes. It's more or less most of this combat solved. I was hoping for more than one singular coin with that shot, but I mean, whatever. Yeah, like that. This greed's insatiable. Also nice if I made exactly 69. Every 30 pegs hit is converted to a bomb. For once, it's something that I'm not sure if I'm actually snap picking. I hope we find Recombomulator. Fortunately, Bulwark exists, so I'm not actually taking damage from that, but still mildly disappointing. Okay, can we actually, like, get rid of some enemies, please? Well, that was sad. End this combat right now. Finally, something I would like to have. Just been getting mild disappointment so far. What are your upgrades? Mildly more damage and more bulwark for less pegs. reduce, refuse, recycle, still getting 0 value. Detonated a whopping 0 bombs with that, which is not what I was hoping for. There we go. 1 hit point Mafia. Get to farm a little bit of money with that. Sure, let's try actually adding things to our deck for once. Take me to the left where I may meet the elite. And some Minotaur. Definitely leave that refresh on the horns. Fortunately, Powder Collector has ruined the horns, but surely this fight won't last long enough for that to be an issue. Clueless. Of course, the sphere all the way at the bottom. Actually taking damage for once in my life. That's okay, we live those. Crit Equilibrium. I think this is literally exactly what I was hoping for when I took Cirque. And then there's also you. Hey look, 3 can bomb you later. World's worst attempt at the chest minigame. Top deck Sphere, nice. And that's the plant's already taken care of, everything's beautiful. Add them a circle every 3 times it's refreshed. I don't think I care about that. This greed's insatiable. And it's the big guys. Be hoping that my crit peg shows up in a decent location for my sphere. Decent enough. Classic failing to detonate any bombs. This is what life has come to. Go my pebble. Taking you because I love you. You're silly. What are my options? Applying positive stats effects to myself, something which is only my ball work so far. Or more health. Let's go. Actually making money off Recombobulator. Actually making money. Not making money with that one. $30 coins on an escape. Happily taking that. Bonk. Well, that was abysmal. We end this party right now. And what's our question mark? Just a combat. And me drawing my sphere first thing. At least it was instantly lethal. Well, this is going to cave in red slime now. The 5 million bombs we've activated. Excellent. Exact change somehow. It's actually scaling in our future now, perhaps. Somehow managed to detonate a bomb. We're loaded. Oh, excellent. The amount of a circle we got is pitiful. I will blame this on the fact that we barely hit any pegs. Letting that happen so I can use my targeted orb to hit him on this turn. Absolutely miserable shot. Okay, look, you can't avoid every single RPEG forever. Despite your best efforts. Get over here. Make my scaling better, please. Okay, that's multi-ball. Anyway, now that we've actually finished a run with every single character, now we have the option to take one of these burdens, and if we were to hypothetically finish a run having taken a burden at the end of every act, we might get to see Act 4, but I don't know if this is the build for that, or the build for anything, to be quite frank. That said, it does still count as a win if you do manage to get to Act 4, so, like, I don't know, we can try it for funsies. Theoretically, I have lots of armor, so I'm going to take this thing, which hopefully won't do a lot of stuff. Hopefully won't cause me immeasurable pain. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna discard to this sphere, which is right here. That's why I did that. Man, this stuff is still boring. Where am I going? Probably to the left, which means I may want to hold on to some cash. Okay, can I, like, actually get out of here? You fool, where are you going? You're going into the middle, which is actually perfect. Okay, we're never getting out of here. And I'm pretty sure I just made back all of the money that I spent upgrading that orb. Go, my Orbrasion. Give me actual buffs this time. Oh yeah, poison does just go through armor, huh? Whoops. Well, whatever. I missed my double-edged sword. Oh yeah, this is about the sort of thing I would hope for. Alright, buddy, you get out of here. You know, preferably, RPEG, please. Or refresh, or prevent first health loss. Can we get some refresh synergy going, please? Whenever an effect causes you to gain circle, gain bulwark. Well, excellent. That'll play nice with my Mask of Joy. And Ambi. We love Ambi. What do you have? Well, that's more incentive to take more large orbs, considering all I have is the one Buck Lord. I'm getting max health. Yeah, I'm not doing that right now. Taking that because it should be nice with my Recombobulator. You get out of my deck. Taking this in the unlikely event that I somehow manage to find like Grinding Monstera or something. Wee. Can't remember if small packages is round jewel only. Remember he has Ambi. Who is this guy? Which path am I going? Probably left. Cookie. I am a greedy man who enjoys eating cookies. By all means. Go, my big fish. Things are actually starting to get mildly painful. But we did make 37 coins out of that navigation, so... let me share. I'll see a reason to not be taking Power Glove. And it's Mini Wall. And all my crit pegs are at the bottom. Which means I'm not discarding the Sphere. Because I don't trust like that. So, you know, that's more like it. Now watch as he misses it. Almost. Somehow managed to find the crit peg. Yeah, it ain't matter. Ding the safety sip. Every 3 refreshes, gain 1 must circle. That is the refresh synergy that I've been looking for. We managed to not find the crit peg during all that. Excellent. Just muscling my way through the poison probably isn't a good way to be fighting the painter, but I mean, like, theoretically this attack will kill anyway, so... yeah. Everything's fine. Take me for the big fish value. Orbs gain +2/+4 when you have any negative status effect. Well, I mean, that's more refresh synergy. No treasure. Is that particularly horrendous? Like, what are the treasures going to be replaced with? Like, if it's just replaced with nothing, then I mean, like... if it's replaced with combat, then honestly, that'd probably be really awesome, because it means you get to have more combat. This also isn't too bad, considering I have Ambi. Surely he will never get screwed by draw order. Treasure Dragon. Look at that, first combat I immediately draw both of them. Right next to each other. If only he had Ambi. Go, my money. Okay, it's +X+X, where X is 15% of your missing health. 25%. If lower than 100, the difference contributes to damage calculation. Well, if instead we leave. Man, if only he had Ambi. I think my big fish doesn't count as a big fish because I have Mantry Orbska. Because I've noticed it's only proccing on the first hit. Hey. In my head, it legally still counts as a big orb, even if it's a small, big orb. Call that a little big planet. Well, now we know what's anti-synergy. Also, Wilbro has, like, no AoE. He should look into getting that fixed. Could go right, then hit the elite, then hit the shop, then go left to the other elite. Or I could be greedy. Only a +5. Whatever, we take it. Having Ultima Circle and no Spinets really makes me begin to appreciate gameplay on higher Crucibles where you only have one crit peg, so right now I legally have 0. Unfortunately, it means that my 27-7 keeps becoming 7. How could this happen to me? I think I'm fine without making a deal. It's handstand. I live in mild fear of handstand since the time they very nearly beat my ass to death. Okay, good. I was hoping for something reasonable to echo. Not that direction, probably. Because of Mr. Crit Peg. There we go. Hey, look, something for my salt shaker. Now we gain 3 max health. Remember, and I'm if you refresh, we don't need that. Create 2 coins and the board is refreshed. Me with my 5 million refresh pegs. Alright, Haglin, what you got? More refresh. Okay, now the question is, do I actually know how to navigate this? And the answer is probably no. Powder Collector nearly trying to screw me over. Casually making plus 14 on that shot. Richest man alive. They call me Scrooge McDuck. Casually making, what was that, plus 40? This is the way it was meant to be. Surely we avoid the crit peg. Yes. No, my damage. Taking that fellow for the actual AoE. That doesn't require a good shot beforehand. Super boots. no more fire damage. And it's this guy. Sadly, all that damage goes into his friend. Go my Ecorb. That's more like it. Double discard to get to our max health because I'm greedy. Every other orb of the same type owned. Well, I mean, that's just my big small fish. Grant me $5 million. Somehow threaded the needle on that one. My greed's insatiable. Yeah, 41 coins. I think that's fine and dandy. Putting out some extra ball work. So that surely these red bonds will not be the death of me. Probably unnecessary because surely this fight is going to keep going. Actually, maybe it was necessary. That's a nice top deck. Okay, you don't get to harass me from afar. Seems like nobody will, judging from the amount of bombs I'm hitting. That's unfortunate gameplay. Why'd you discard into that after you just had a really good shot? No. Forge? And do I care? Like, all you have for me is pebbles, and honestly I don't remember what the smithing hammer relic does. Oh, hello, friend. Goodbye. Oh, that's where my crit peg is. It's over there. Genuinely having trouble spotting it in the flood of other golden pegs. Of course, I still managed to find a way to hit it anyway. Just crippling my insane circle. Go my singular big fish proc. Okay, I was about to say, we're dancing around every single RPEG on this board, but we got there. Definitely hitting the crit with this one. Boo. On the bright side, he probably would have died, and I wouldn't have gotten to get my 3 health if I didn't hit the crit peg. Whatever, go my Ek Orb. Loser. Your victory has been secured, but something else rumbles deep below. Be warned, the foes ahead won't play fair. Will you venture into Radius Core? Sure. Every even shot activates additional time that becomes dense. Projectile attacks pierce 2 additional enemies, but bombs deal 75. Or the Silly Cactus. The Silly Cactus makes crit pegs a lot less of a hassle since it's dealing direct damage. And this is what I see Mouse Master taking constantly for his silly challenge attempts. Damage issue solved, perhaps. No. Of course, despite everything, we still managed to find a way to the crit peg. Don't forget, you're here forever. So, you know, this is the damage I should be dealing. Bonk. The enemies ahead won't play fair, neither will I. So this is the part where we meet the guy who always talks to us at the beginning of the game. As you progress through the darkness, an ethereal voice fills your head, and a comforting presence appears before you. You've done well to make it this far, my little friend. Thank you for attempting to right Radia's wrongs, and for doing what needs to be done. Please know that even if you fall at this point, you have already done much to hold the darkness at bay and to keep Radia's residents safe. Before you face your final foe, and then he says the line, "Would you like a boost?" Give me something nice. Well, I don't want that. I don't want that. One of those is very much better than the others at this current point in my life. I thought that, I guess you don't legally become a mimic until later. No. Yes. 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 Thank you, kind Peglin. This is the part where they start introducing some of the more silly debuffs. Such as this guy who makes this fire that can sap your max HP if you fall into it. I can't remember if that still procs if you have super boots, but we're probably going to find out at some point. I think it also doesn't proc if it's not like your last orb, like if you have multi-ball. But I mean, we'll figure that out. Oh, goodbye. Thank you, Duplication Station. Love you. Anyway, one of those guys, like, heals, like, all the enemies for, like, based on how much I heal. But that's going to end up not mattering, considering he got evaporated within, like, half a second. My bad. This guy just spawns black holes. Found the crit peg. Found the crit peg. Big one. Well, I mean, considering I have bomb synergy, this is value. Refreshing Punch. Or Grinding Monstera. Hey, the thing I was looking for 5 years ago when this run began. Sure. Greeting for shots on this. Shot that doesn't matter because it's the end of the run. So this guy basically can't take any more damage than what his intangible is. But we can make that number go up by destroying some of these purple fellows scattered all across the board. Also, the fact that we have Tender Cactus means that this is less of an issue than it seems, considering it's only per shot. Also, he's counting down. Either we break all these orbs, or he gets to the end of his rope, and we enter phase 2. I mentioned Mouse Master's silly challenge earlier, and the silly challenge in question is attempting to beat this boss before phase 2 starts. which apparently he has done, but only off stream. He wants to do it on stream so that he can say, yeah, this was real. Trust. I really don't need to pop this last purple peg, but I kind of sort of want to. Surely. And the first phase of the Orb Server battle early by destroying all of its protective crystal pegs. Yeah, this guy just has like all the buffs from the obelisks in the earlier fight. Oh, thanks, Black Hole. You can get rid of the buffs by destroying the pegs, but they'll come back after a few turns. But you do probably want to get rid of them anyway. Make your life easier. Anyway, yeah, this boss can reduce your max HP with a silly little laser. Also, if you directly hit the eye itself, you do base 999 damage. You can actually buff, like the eye still counts as a peg, so you can peg buff it, which is very silly. We're going to discard to that because I actually looked over and saw a duplication station was about to happen. Now, when I say Mouse Master's trying to do it on Phase 1, I also mean in Crucible 20. That's a very important distinguisher. Because in C20, this guy has 999 health. Which is a little bit more than what we're currently looking at here. Nice round guard. Pretty sure round guard doesn't block the max HP reduction though. Found the crit peg. I mean, yeah, I deserve that one. You fellow forgot he picked up Refreshing Punch. Get what you deserve and nothing more. Give me more Circle. Hold on. All eye on you. Yeah, I realized duplication station with my silly little cactus and my ball lightning. Anyway, the title of the stream is a lie. Probably not Act 4. Actually Act 4. For this we get the true ending. Where we take the observer's little eyeball and we go home with it. And everyone celebrates. Now we get to have the actual credits. Imagine that. Yo, they're crediting the wiki. Oh, there's time to grind. That's another person who I've watched play this. Also, thanks Canada. And thanks to me. And to you. I think this little Peglin strutting. I don't actually know if this ends on its own. Yeah, we've unlocked those in custom mode. I'm pretty sure the one at the end is like the actual Orb of Radia, which is an actual like orb that you receive. Because like if you have the forge that upgrades every time a new orb gets added to your deck, it actually procs once you defeat the true final boss. I don't actually know like what it looks like, how it functions, like as an orb. Like, where is it? Observer's Pupil. Starting from 20, remove 3 intangible after attacking. Gain 1 Macircle. Lifesteal, 1% of damage dealt. Add fire to the exit slot. Adds Black Hole after attack, deals max health damage. So it seems like it just gives you like... It gives you like all of the buffs that the actual Observer uses. Though not all of them sound like buffs. Like I'm pretty sure like I don't want fire or black hole on my board. Let's see if we can get this guy back up with the rest of the gang. Activated crits and refreshes. Randomly gain must circle or spin S. Looks like another day of looking for refresh synergies. Well, we have the item that synergizes, now we need the refresh. Somehow I got through that without detonating a bomb. I sincerely want to avoid being harassed by planes. See. Basically just farming money at this point in my life. I mean, why not? They gave me the opportunity. Well, sure, let's take you again. And so we go left, we can hit the chest and the elite. So let's do that. Nice. I could hear the sound from Smash Bros. When the smart bomb doesn't go off. Spin S. 5 hit point Mafia. Alright, buddy, get over here. Let's take the event. See if we can get anything interesting. Play all orbs or a random orb. Level 1 Buck Orb. I'm fine with that. Egg. Let's see if we can actually deliver the egg to the chef this time. Froggy. I was hoping that would find its way to the crit peg, but it seems not. Go, my Buck Orb. Okay, I was hoping the spider web would keep me from doing exactly that, but it seems the answer is no. Go, my bomb. Help me escape this place. Obviously not throwing my egg. That's too important. If a 50 Cherry Rush was a dragon, would I slay it? No, I would let it live in peace. Hi, Gristlegurk. Good morning. Yes. A slime line. In my level 3 sphere in a very acceptable location. Gonna bounce that off the top so we can send our sphere down the middle. No crit peg, sad. But we got the bomb, so we get to dish out this damage to more enemy. Yeah. Not throwing that. Today you actually have a reason for showing up late. You had to work. Damn. Usually you work Monday, Thursday these days, but your coworker's on holiday. Happy holidays to coworker. Yep. Hey, you missed it. I did actually do Act 4 despite my title. Hey, hi Bridget. They better have happy holidays or else. Yeah, imagine taking off work just to have a shitty holiday. Like, man. Thank you, Frobert. More damage for orb flight or bomb damage. Made you miss your team's first game back in the second league, and they won 5-0 football. I don't need to ask which one it is because the score numbers tell me everything I need to know. Well, I'm not a circle build, so I am not. I can probably take this without feeling like everything in my life is terrible. Yeah, his last seed was a very staunch circle build. No. Man. Man. Okay, good. I was gonna complain if he made me miss out on this pathing. Doesn't matter which direction we go, so. Nice try. You feel like he's a scammer? Not throwing that. Yeah, he stole all my money and never gave it back in, like, the one seat I had where we've lost so far. Thank you, Crit Peg. Gonna toss that. Just to get a little bit closer to my healing. Of course, it doesn't matter if I just, hit the thing that kills everyone, whatever. I missed my reduce, refuse, recycle already. Where is it? Oh, it's these guys. And my sphere all the way down there. This sucks, man. Thank you, my refresh pegs, for being in the least convenient location ever seen by man. Oh my god. Dancing around my crit peg. Got some hot wings? Congratulations. I think I had hot wings in a decent bit. You have no idea if Invest even has a good outcome. You did it twice and he ran away with the money, so you stopped clicking on it. I'm pretty sure you have to, you have to reach another question mark and he'll show up and I think he'll pay you back, but I don't actually know. Thanks, Round Guard. Insane bounce. You wish you would get crit pegged? Yeah, you would. I have no targeted attacks, right? Right. Or crits refresh. Yeah, he pays you back if you run into him again. That's what I thought. Whoop work in their bowls. Me, that's why we got the Bucklorb and the other one, whose name has immediately escaped me. Egg. Yeah, I want to see if I can get the egg to the chef this time. Because we all know how well that went last time. Go, my Restorb. Nice bounce, loser. It's amazing how little you know about this game. What, did you not know you can give the egg to the chef? My bad. No. It's okay. Excellent. You would have never found out. I think there's an achievement for it, so you might have found out. know, I'd appreciate being able to deal damage to this mole ever within, like, my lifetime. Thank you, Heavy Shaft Potion. Replenish Orb. Fired Refresh. Convert every 8 pegs to temp refresh. Doesn't activate refresh when hit. What do you upgrade to? Well, I do have Refresher Cores. This is also nice. You don't know why you said once you don't get achievements multiple times. Now with that attitude, you don't. Orbs gain +2/+4. Magnets. Or Unpretentious Pendant. I take the money and run. +2/+4 is a lot of stats. I'm going to attempt the ball with this. Surely we get the wall. Yes! Everything's amazing. Because now I don't need to worry about my health, because who needs help when you're fighting a wall? Like, hello? Yeah, you're breathtaking. Thank you. What are your stats? 3/6. I mean, it's probably not going to matter. When the curse becomes an upside, yeah, we love not needing to worry about our health for the boss. I'm gonna play like a loser and deliberately shank some of my shots for the max health. Is it worth it? Probably. Owie. And we also have an outlet to spend our money on, thanks to Frobert. Stop talking so you can't breathe. Sorry. I think we'll do that right. Whoosh. Look at my healing orb. Brutally murders the guy. I never said it was healing for. After you're attacked, they take damage equal to 5 times my remaining ball work. Yum. Give me the chef. Man, it's just an ordinary-ass encounter. Goodbye, my damage. Have I peeped the 2x size modifier for Mina? Not gonna lie, I have not played like with most of the modifiers. I've mostly just been running NG pluses. I know that Shovel Knight also had one of those. I'm pretty sure there's one that makes you like basically as tall as the screen. Down with shields. One hit point Mafia on that shield. Letting that white mage slowly chip itself to death off my bulwark. Okay, can we hit the RPEG now, please? Rated R superstar. Me when I get leave the rest for later. His greed's insatiable. Can't tell me which wrestler that was. I didn't know it was one. May have been Randy Orton. It was Edge. Close enough. Boink. Thank you, Heavy Shaft Potion. Me with my no AoE, watching as these knights patiently walk up to me in order. Thank you, Repost Day Service. Two hit point Mafia. Thank you, Repost Day Service. Used to be big into wrestling when you were at an age where you shouldn't have been big into wrestling. Classic. Pretty sure my brother and I had like a 2-week arc where we watched wrestling and then we stopped and never watched it again. Man, Repost Day Service is all of my damage at this exact moment in time. Nice whiff, loser. Video games back in the day were great. Yeah, they suck now though, right? Ouchie. Alright, give me some ball work. Yeah, I'd say 35 is pretty good. And we have immediate access to a crit peg. All is glorious. Probably. You don't keep up with them, but they're made by 2K, and seeing other basketball games get worse every year, you'd assume wrestling's been hit hard too. Makes sense. Ouchie. 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 Tactical ouchie. Yeah. All part of the plan, baby. This is why we took this. Health is wealth, and I am very healthy. Live with the pain? That's the plan, baby. Give me the chef. It's the mirror fight. At this point, we're going to be saving this egg for Radia to try and get the egg on your face achievement. Like, yeah, sure, buddy. Thank you for not hitting the crit peg at all, loser. Thank you, Riposte Service. What happens when you egg the chef? I think he gives you like a rare relic or something. I can't remember. I haven't seen it happen very often. I just know you can give it to him. He's cheesed to receive it. Omelet. Yeah, more or less. Not that way. We want to get our extra combat going. I'm letting him have it. These boxes do not look like chefs. Well, this wasn't a question mark, it was just an ordinary combat. But you are correct. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? There's a skull. The question mark was the last room. Thank you, Riposte Service, my only damage. For being a shining beacon in the dark winter ahead. Nice damage, loser. Making the big bucks with that, that's why I would keep it around. Smited by the gods. By the gods, we of course mean my singular shield. Or Bomba. Alright, our last best hope to meet the chef. Maybe it's under that hood. Shadow Wizard Chef Gang. We love cooking food. Who knows which secrets are hiding under it? Certainly not me. It's moments like this where I look at my 510 ether wheel and I'm like, yeah, I think it was probably the right choice to take the button. More Bomba, or Mental Mantle. As a woman once said, masturbation is a form of witchcraft. We love casting spells. That is an insane combination of messages. Give me the chef. It's the Orbalisk. Get out of my deck. What do we have here? Ouchie. 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 Do I want any of this? You just buy everything that isn't actively bad. That's how you clog your deck. Ouchie. You meant relics-wise? Yeah, you never know when you're gonna get R-Peg screwed, though. Also, clogging your deck is actively bad. True. Thank you, Heavy Shaft Potion. How much damage do you do? 3-4. I was about to say, you're not about to dance around all of those crit pegs when you are this large. Having reverse gravity here is funny. I don't see Viridian Trinket that often. Is it like one of the character exclusive trinkets? Because it sounds like something that only Spinvector would have. Nice Bulwark, surely going to help a lot in this fight. I'm firing it for the damage because, like, I barely have any damaging orbs for some reason. Behold my 6/6 Pebble. Oh, sorry, 6/7. You hate it here. Yeah, a world where Ether wheels my damage is a world that's probably kind of concerning, to be quite frank. If there's one thing you can't say, it's that I'm rich. A world in which we never got the 6/7 meme is a world you want to live. See, it's moments like this that make it funny. You first heard of 6/7 from a Domino's Pizza and you're not sure how to feel about that? I'm not sure how to feel about that either, if we're being quite honest here. I'm reminded of the one time I rode a bus past a church and like the little sign outside said "Catch me inside." How about that? Moment of all time. Go, my Robert. You know it's awful when big corporations pick it up. 3 ball amps, -1 discards. Squirrel. All pegs have durable. Let me share, I guess. Orbit's Nightmare. +1 discard means, or -1 discard means egg dies. This is true. We love Nightmare. I don't know if I can handle Orbit's Nightmare. Depends on how the map looks. It's also, like, only Crucible, too. Sure, let's be funny. Surely. Surely. Nice crit peg loser. the bright side, it seems like we don't particularly need it anymore. Please. Thank you, Mental Mantle. Two hit point Mafia, affectionate. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Round Squirrelinator. Thank you, Round Squirrelinator. You're about to witness a man dying to no AoE. Thanks. There's an achievement for bringing Egg to the end. Technically, there's an achievement for killing the true final boss with Egg, so kinda, sorta. I'm also just mainly holding it because, like, saving it for when I really need it. Does it have to be the final blow? I'm pretty sure it has to be the final blow. Hey look, AoE legally. And also actual damage. Something that is much in lacking of right now. No. Yes. I wonder what this will be. Oh my goodness. Just use Summoning Circle to summon more Egg, obviously. Baldwin can't get that, can he? Like, isn't that like Peglin only? All my RPEGs are off and God knows where, so we're just using crits to refresh now. This is how it is. Nice whiff, loser. How much do I like to have money? Probably about that much. Maybe that much. Well, I mean... bonk. You dislike this fight? This fight can screw you hard. Or it can be, like, literally the freest thing on the planet. It all depends on how you play. Unfortunately, right now, the answer to that is not very well. Nice ball work, loser. We're gonna be the healthiest man alive. Thread the needle. Well, that's kind of sad. That was also kind of sad. Lanky fella sighting. It's him. Alright, there we go. Actual damage dealt. Most insane shot ever seen by man or beast. Sadly, it became abysmal after I managed to hit the crit peg, but like, whatever. Go, my incredibly weak double-edged sword. I've seen worse. I'm going to fire it this way because we want to not hit the crit for a moment. Get round guarded, loser. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we win this. Unless we go that way. Actually, even if we go that way, exact change. Never getting RPEG screwed again in my life. Exact lethal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got the achievement for doing that in, like, the very first battle of the very first stream. Right, tell me the goods. Pebballs. If you have ball work after battle, get 2 max health. Enhanced gunpowder. More crits. Theoretically, it doesn't matter which way we go, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, sure, that's where I wanted to go. I wonder what this will be. Oh my goodness. And that's a lot of ball work to be ball working our way through. Okay, it's gone. And it's gone. Unfortunately, Strange Brew was one of the very first things we were offered, but I turned it down to take this green book, so we're not going to get triple procs on any of these counterfeit crits. Sad, isn't it? Your balls worked harder. And they better be working hard. Nice whiff, loser. Turn down multi-crits. Feel so betrayed. Do bad, loser. 5 hit point mafia. Winner. Is there anything I want? Yeah, no. That's what I thought. Recombobulator. Game balance when you lose your last bulwark. Primer on a frost. Well, I mean, I have been complaining about AoE for like the last 70 fights. Like, I don't really have bomb generation, so Recombobulator doesn't hit after, like, or, well, yeah, like, we get, like, Perfected React, and I also have a lot of bulwark gen. Yeah. Give me AoE, I desire the ability to kill things more. Yeah, sure, that's where I wanted to go. I wonder, oh my goodness. Father, I crave violence. I don't lose my last bulwark enough to be able to, like, constantly get my Spiness going. Especially now a draw order like this. Look, if you wanna, why don't you use your Twitch channel and stream Peglin to the masses? You'd watch Bridget Peglin. Yeah, see, you got an audience already. That many people have to listen to your awful voice. Skill issue. I don't know why I'm nudging for that. I have way more of a circle than Spiness right now. Look at this dude. What do we have? Projectile attacks have overflow. Oh my goodness. Okay, we want to go this way. Oh my goodness. I'll stop doing that when it stops being funny. abysmal. Damn, you need $30 to subject me to Mugenics Gaming. Time to wait for a Steam sale. Go my double-edged sword. That's not lethal. But this is. Prevent first time you take lethal damage. Non-pebble orbs. Gain +1/+2. You think Chef Scout would get the hit after losing 3 times, but he gets 4th time's the charm? Yeah, maybe. Oh, hey, it's you again. I was sort of hoping I could hit a single red bomb, but... oh, whatever. Thank you, Overwhelmer. Go, my tactical nuke. Damn, we didn't slide in the right direction. Sir, it's happened again. With Cherry Rush? Wow, Winterbit, I'm glad you asked. Well, it's an upcoming UFO 50 marathon, centering around mostly UFO 50 games and other adjacent UFO 50 things. Yours truly may or may not be participating in the thing I bring up every single stream as a joke. Get me out from Cyber Owls. That's going to be happening from, I believe, August 28th to August 30th. With me being, like, in the middle of the afternoon on the 29th. Alongside 3 other fellows, because it's actually a race. I am Uncle Slam, who veterans of the stream may recall was here during me playing Vanger. Asked me if I wanted to be part of it, and I was like, yeah. Nice accidental double tap. Ooh, that's a very cool thing you're learning about just now. Yeah, imagine. Refresh. Or deal 2 times damage if my health is below 25, I say as I look at my 293 health meter. Legally speaking, that does mean 25% is a lot higher than it would usually be, actually. Get ball worked, loser. Okay, what do we got here? Hey, it's reduce refuse. More catalyst. Sure. Warm a circle. I can't decide if I'm a circle build or a crit build, but it seems like we may be making a decision one way or the other. Excellent placement of that squirrel. Don't make decisions until you absolutely have to. That's your life lesson for today. Always procrastinate, kids. +1. Not what you were getting at? Well, it's the message that I got. Perhaps you should reword your moral if that's not what you were trying to say. You know what? It's not for me to interpret my own guidance. You can't force people to interpret the message the way you want them to. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Or just have executive dysfunction and just forget what you were doing. Also effective. Executive dysfunction sounds like every big company ever. Okay, let's play Minesweeper. This fight is funny. Yeah. It's pretty silly, looking pretty silly to me right now. You always want to clear all the minesweeps, but never did. Pensive. You usually kill before you do. Or sometimes die. The two options. That went exactly as I was hoping it would. Sometimes you run into the problem of being so powerful you want to test it out on something more dangerous but just can't. I think that's why God invented Act 4. That also sounds like every big company owner ever. It keeps happening, sir. Deal 1,000 damage to a super sapper by detonating adjacent sappers. Nice. Well, I mean, we're gonna go for it. If we die, well, Sag. Is what you meant by not being able to clear pegs. Molten Mantle. Still unlock next crucial level. If you die, so might as well. Not being able to peg to your fullest. No, they're actually like, seen anyone bother with this. Consider we're about to be running into the last shop in the entire universe, like. I miss my tender cactus already. And of course my sphere days is like 100% ending on this level. Well, it's kind of like tender cactus with extra steps. Clearly what this needs is Peglin arrows. Particle accelerator. I'm gonna stop upgrading and hold on to my money for the store. Does Slime know he exists? It's the guy. Would you like a boost? Digital oboe. Sure, let's make this more defensive. Unicorn horn? Mask of Joy. Yeah, I do have the chest minigame winner, don't I? I sort of forgot what with all the, you know, Orbit's Nightmare. The losing health from self-damage, gain bulwark equal to 2 times health lost. I could say no to him. Yeah, but I don't want to. He's a nice guy. Obviously not that. I'm never reloading. I mean, we have like double-edged sword, but like that's it. Yeah, but it's funny. True. Maintaining the bit is our top priority. You died in this fight last time you got here. It can be suffering, can't it? Like, I'm like 100% certain I just cheesed it with Tender Cactus last time. No, my max HP. Oh, never mind. Go on my double edge. That was only 90 damage. $5K. Oofta. It's the moment where we begin suffering. Yeah, whatever, shut up. They're getting closer. This is true, many are saying this. And the egg is like, I'm here too. I hope you like that sound. You're going to be hearing it a lot. I'm doing my part. First time you got here, you were overwhelmed. Understandable. Go my round guard. Oh, you guys aren't even attacking. I see how it is. Big man with no AoE, this is how it is. The egg dies when I say it does. The pain. Yeah. This is currently how it is on this bitch of an Earth. One down. Surely now it's trivial, right? Surely. Clueless. This is why we took monster training. Triggering Prime Rod of Frost on the 17th shot. This is how it currently is. Oh, man. I miss my Seerday's Fate, Squidward. Always bet on crit builds. 99% of my circle builds quit right before they become crit builds. Big Egg Gaming. Goodbye, my friend. Yeah. Sacrifices for the greater good. The greater good of dying 5 turns later now. Hey, it's been more than 5. Go my monster training. Save me. .34 hit point Mafia. What's keeping me alive is a mix of Bulwark and Corn. 50% of the time it works every time. Go my particle accelerator. Bro's acting like this is going to make it. Nice. Thanks. At least I got to the boss. True. Me and the Malarchius Orb. Safety net bro thinks this is Animal Crossing. Five. 4. Since we don't have Tender Cactus, this is actually a moment where we may actually want to break these orbs instead of not. 3. Nice whiff. 2. 1. Got a blast. Race through the stars. And buy candy bars. With the kid with a knack for inventing. Happy New Year! Oh, wrong countdown. Dang it. Well, great, that's more or less exactly what I wanted to happen. Oh, okay. No, my max HP. All 337-ish of it. I don't know if I'm a crit or not crit build right now because I can't see my stats. Help. Yeah, big 600 damage. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure my damage just dropped to 400 when I hit the crit, so it looks like I'm definitely in the circle build. Does something happen when you clear all the big orbs at once? Nothing besides not being harassed by the boss's buffs constantly. Nice whiff, loser. This music feels oddly Crash Bandicoot to me for some reason. You feel like you said that in a past stream? You may have. You can hear it? Excellent. Anyway, you ate too much. Yeah, adulthood is realizing why your mom didn't let you eat the entire package of hot wings. There goes only 557,000 HP to go. We got this. Victim of greed. The consequences of your own actions. Same as it ever was. $93.20. That's just how it is in radio. Completely dodged a black hole-inator. Okay. Okay, we got there eventually. Alright, does it just cap at the 4 swords for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance? Here I was expecting bro to break out like 5 swords, 6 swords, 7, 8, 9, 10 swords. You let me down. 1/10 of the way there. We'll simply scale him a circle so high that we win via attrition. Easier said than done when you have 62 health. There it is. I've been waiting on that. Take back what I said, you're not letting me down anymore, man. Yeah, we don't get out of that one alive. It's letting you down in your grave. Gently. Now, they still legally classified a victory, even though I got my ass beat. But it's not a victory with Orb Fella's icon on it. Can we like get your correct name? Orbserver of Radium. Pictured black holes being the worst thing ever. Many are saying this. And now everyone's on Cruci 3. Which one of you do I feel like playing as at this exact moment of my life? I want to say you. Today, pegboards with one less crit for Cruci 3. Would you like a boost? Damn, I would love to have that, but I also enjoy eating cookies. We hunt for refresh. Grandma's cookies. You don't become not a man just for eating cookies. That's how it goes. Ouch. My 3 health. Never detonating any of these bombs. Just complain. I want that plant dead. You dig? And that's the end of this fight. Upgrade my child immediately because I need more damage. The lead over there. Not a layout that's very conducive to getting lots of extra relics. Alright, big cash prizes on this fight. Casually walking out with plus 50. big 4. A big 8, my bad. Well, I mean, that's Balm. Fortunately, it's Balm next to Best Foot Forward. Actually, we're rich enough to afford that. We continue going to the right. Man. This guy attempting to stop me from actually getting to the elite and succeeding. Man, I hate it here. I'm going to explode. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. The most insane bounce I've ever seen in my life. Derogatory. You hate that guy for that reason alone, like explode? Yeah, like, honestly. You just know this run's going to die because I didn't get to have my choice of 3 extra relics. Or my choice of 1 relic from 3. Thus allowing me to thin my pool and potentially get something incredibly useful. Of course, all our extra chests are, like, separate from the paths that require elite, so, like, everything's horrendous, basically. Exact change. Inexact change. Okay, I was concerned you were going to survive somehow. Definitely not going to the right. I mean, good enough. Local man vainly attempts to hit a bomb. And then he does, but he immediately hits the refresh peg. Good enough. We love Swoltorb. Infinite damage glitch. Refresh build. Perchance. Refresh build. Two out of 10. And we know short fuse is out of the pool because I'm not allowed to have any fun. Refresh build. %50 of the time it happens every time. How refreshing. How refreshing. How amazing. Real ones remember when that was part of my stream. Boink. Nice +4. You probably would if you had any memories past August 1st, 2026. No one remembers when I used to stream Worms. Another 5 million damage to Splatorb. Mildly concerned that I was going to find a way to not be lethal, but we escaped with our lives. Alright, surely the gambler doesn't show up while I'm on my way to this elite. Oh my goodness, he didn't show up. Thank you, Mouse Master, for teaching me all about that shot. The gambler is the elite. If that's the case, then how come I'm not allowed to kill him? Turning point Radia. Damn, there's a lot of things that I would like to have in my current vicinity. Recombomulator, or -1/+1 for crits. Can't wait to immediately get all the crit generation stuff now. That's not something I can bet my Betsy's hedge on, though. Hedge my Betsy. Whatever it is. No more of that guy. You know, it was only when trying and failing to make that previous joke there, that The Betsy's Hedge relic is probably supposed to be a pun on the phrase hedge your bets. My bad. On my hands and knees begging that plane to stop existing. Ouch. Okay, we found our way eventually. I was hoping for the crate peg to not go all the way to the other side of New Orleans, but we can't always get what we want. Ooh, let's go. We get to summon demon squirrels. Watch this. Well, we only get to summon one because I still haven't upgraded the summoning circle, but whatever. Let's change that. What do we have here? Stuff I don't care about, it would appear. Orbit's Nightmare. Again. Sure. Let's try it. Fighting the painter. Probably should have retargeted, but whatever. Surely everything will be fine. Okay, we somehow found the hole. Get me out of there. Now, can we figure out a way out of here? Maybe. Maybe. It's him. Avoiding my R-Peg like a champ. Fortunately, we have both Balm and Best Foot, which allows us to make a buffed healing peg. Unfortunately, it's in a mildly inconvenient location, but like... You know, my kingdom for Leaf the Rest instead of Focused Malarkey. Is to buff this peg even more. Yeah, this never would have happened if the gambler didn't happen. Yep, stop saying I'm double tapping buttons. I'm not doing that. Theoretically, I'm the healthiest man on the planet. Okay, what was that? My prognosis of being the healthiest man on the planet looks more and more accurate by the minute. Remember when this had, like, 20 health? Making an executive decision and not take the extra room because I desire relics. Yeah, the question mark could have been an elite, but that's only a chance. Chance one is not willing to take. Nice. Alright, buddy, we have a targeted orb now, so, like, get out of my house. Somehow managed to find their way to the crit. Everything's glorious. I'm noticing we're in the exact same situation of having no AoE within the entire jurisdiction of my inventory. What do we have? Persist. Or Dupe Station. They persist with all these one-shot orbs. Yeah, your AoE is Recombobulator. Go to hell. dragging these fights out for literally years to get some healing going. Man, stop doing that. You know, my controller's lying to me. Oh my goodness. Not gonna lie, I legitimately forgot I had orbits. Anyway, hello, it's this guy again. Well, I mean, this is somewhat the more refresh I'm looking for. Okay, sure. Fine, we'll take the direct shot. It's him again. Well, now it's looking like a reorbanizer kind of day. And theoretically, also like Brassicae Knuckles or something. Alright, get me out. Cyber Owls. Of course, now we don't get to see any more of the good stuff. Refreshing punch. Well, there's the Peglin era I was looking for last run. Fortunately, we've already passed up Molten Mantle, so like... Go with the tried and true, I guess. I have $5 million, so I'm executive decisioning to go to the store. Probably face 5 million more Orbitses. Of course, I say that and I immediately just get boots with no strings attached. There he is. Well, shit, this is like an actual choice, I guess. Man. Going all in on crits. I say channeling the gambler that I hate so much. World's most unhittable crit. Yeah, what do we have here? Good slime. Fly damage reduction slime, where X is the number of times you lost health last turn. Oh shit, now I wish I had Monstera. Of course. At least I'll still proc for our Restorb. Speaking of, of course, it made me begin to wonder if he's actually going to get through this fight. That's now that good slime also applies to subtraction reaction. I don't know if that actually does anything, but like, thanks, damage reduction slime. Well, that's the end of that. Honestly, considering I have Recombobulator, I've seen worse. Oh hey, it's Leaf the Rest. Sure, let's square up against whoever you have to throw at me. It's the fella. Thank you, my refreshed perspective with extra steps. And for our efforts, we receive nothing, as it was foretold. Give me the money. Alright, no late shops, only early shops. There was no hope for him. Hey, it's the thing I wanted. Get in here. Well, I mean, legally speaking, it is AoE. But, like... what are we fighting again? Treasure Dragon. Sure, we'll run that. It's gonna be the worst mistake of our lives, just watch. Oh, it's you. It's also you. Things might get silly. Maybe. Do I know how to navigate out of this, though? No. We're going to be sentenced to a second shop. Look at what we missed out on. Honestly, not that bad. On the bright side, like, I'm legally guaranteed to make my way to a second elite. By second, I of course mean first, because we didn't get to have our first elite. How can I turn this into complaining about the gambler again? Very easily, in fact. I forgot this guy isn't an elite. I thought he was. Increase max HP by 5, more like increase max HP by 6. My silly little salt shaker. Okay, well, we got there. A lot of free chests sitting around here. Kind of sort of making up for the fact that we missed an elite. Also, not gonna lie, I keep forgetting that Orbert's Nightmare is only active for one chapter, so I'm like, oh yeah, we aren't about to fight this guy. Because it's not a guy, it's just a box. I think we got basically every coin off that. Ew, new card. Every 17 pegs has a random positive of slime. Whenever a crit's triggered, well, there are many of those in this land. Up in the clouds and beneath the sand. Hey, didn't we just fight you? Didn't we also literally start with, like, Restore as our top deck last time, too? Well, it's paying us back for the elite we missed with interest, so that's nice. And we've basically cleared the board of money again. It's almost like I didn't even spend $1 million in that other shop. Pretty sure that's legally synergy with Criticris. Anyway, got the light shaft and the heavy shaft. All is as it should be. What exactly just happened? Yeah, Whatever you say, Peglin. Yeah, sure. Oh, Viridian Trinket is a boss relic. Maybe that's why I barely ever see it. See, now this looks more like a build. Oh yeah, Lil Bro does have Reduce Refuse, doesn't he? Big 15 profits. Would you like a boost? Yes. Well, I mean, sure. Well, well, well. I see it and I purchase it. Pretty sure we still haven't even actually fired the Reorbanizer. This build is just doing this of its own accord. Alright, buddy. And me drawing my lightning so I can actually, like, get rid of most of your, like, stuff almost immediately. Theoretically. Certainly makes it easier, I'll put it that way. Yeah, it's already, like, only 6 orbs left. Excellent. Well, that's all of them. Already 15-11. Already dealt more damage to Iridia in the first phase than I dealt to it in the entire previous fight. Excellent. Oh yeah, look at that, we buffed Iridia. Keep calling it Iridia, even though I'm pretty sure it's just Orbserver of Iridia, but like, whatever. Oh yeah, there's bouncy slime, so it got buffed by good slime. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like we might win this one. All the gut feeling. Was the moment I've been waiting for. Yeah, that's about what I was hoping would happen. Oh, man. Time to pilfer the Orbserver, and go home again. Excellent. Absolute Taishi. Hi, Slavy Trifonov. Welcome to the stream. I assume you may have been around to witness the malarkey that just occurred. Trying to see if I recognized anyone in the special thanks besides Time to Grind, but I don't. Yeah, I'm surprised that's the first time I've taken Bob Orb. Let's see, yeah, bring an egg to the Peglin chef. Yeah, and there's egg on your face. Oh, you don't have to beat them with it, you just have to apply yolk to them. Yeah, I knew there was one achievement tied to a demon squirrel. Yeah, I'm surprised that I didn't get this during whatever the hell happened to Treasure Dragon last time. Okay, we got like the Lanky Man's card, right? Yeah, I think so, because he's got a different frame now. Who else do we have? You. Yeah, you can. I just noticed a little like card frame on the actual mobster too. I thought that the card was like what gave you the little text blur, but it seems like that's not the case. What are you? Are you the Painbow Slime? Seems like it. Yeah, thanks, game. Misnavigation damage is increased to 4. However, it is getting a little bit late, so I think that I may call it here and look for somebody to raid. Who exists at this time of night? Goodbye. Yeah, adios, Gruselgurk. And everyone else. Let's see. Yeah, I think I see somebody who I'd like to raid. Throw it over to Alter Mentality, who's currently streaming melee events, it looks like. Thanks, everyone, for showing up here, for chilling, for chatting, for lurking, for watching me slowly bleed to death while I fought Radia. And then, as I killed Radia, very, very easily. Do you offer stream, fun lurk? Thanks, Winterbit. And GG. Thank you. Yeah. As per usual, expect to see me around this time next weekend. Somewhere from 11 p.m. to midnight EST on Saturday. The usual. I'll see you all then. Assuming that nothing catastrophic happens. Peace out.